Good afternoon. After last night, I wanted to make sure I hit system of equations again. Okay, there's three different ways that you can solve a system of equations. One by graphing, one by substitution, and the way that I think everyone should know how to do is solving by elimination. Okay, so I'm gonna give an example of each one in this video. I'm gonna solve a system of equations by graphing, by substitution, and then by elimination. So let's look at this first one. Okay. For number one, you should see, actually, I'm going to do two examples by graphing. For number one, which you should see right away, that these are in slope-intercept form, you should be able to identify the slope fairly quickly. Slope in y-intercept. Slope is -3. The y-intercept is 4. For the second equation, slope is 3. The y-intercept is -2. If you cannot identify the slope in y-intercept, if you're given the slope-intercept form, which is y equal mx plus b, I need you to practice that. You should be able to see the slope and the y-intercept very quickly. So let's graph the first equation. The first point we're going to make is our y-intercept, which is 4. So this is where our line crosses the y-axis. That's the definition of the y-intercept, or when x is 0. And then a slope is -3. So what does slope mean? Slope means rise over run. So -3 is the same as -3 over 1. So our rise is -3. Our run is +1. So that means we're going to go down 3 because rise is up or down. So if rise was positive, you're going up. If rise is negative, we're going down. Our run, if it's positive, we go to the right. If it's negative, we go to the left. So we're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go over 1. So down 3 from this point, 1, 2, 3, and then over 1. So we have our second point, and we need 2 points to make a line. Now, I don't know how accurate I'm going to be, but let's see. Make it adjust this a little bit. So it may take me a little bit of time to get it right, passing through both points. There we go. I think that's close enough. And then we're going to graph our second point. The y-intercept is -2. So our first point, the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis at -2. And then our slope is 3, which is the same as 3 over run, which means our rise is +3, our run is 1. So we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. You should see right away where these two lines intersect. Okay, that shouldn't be hard for you to see. So the solution for this system of equations is where the two lines intersect. So a point has an x and a y, so the x is 1. The y is also 1. So the solution to this system of equations is x is 1 and y is 1. The point is 1, 1. Okay? So that's how you solve a system of equations, by graphing when they're given in slope-intercept form. The second example I want to look at is number 3. Okay, this is a little different. Our linear equation is not in slope-intercept form, but it is in standard form. You should know by now, standard form is ax plus by equals c. You should also know that to find the slope is -a over b, and to find the y-intercept is c over b. So for the first equation, our a is 1, our b is -1. So the slope is going to be -1 over -1, which is 1. Our y-intercept is going to be 3 over -1, which is -3. Look at the second equation. Our slope is going to be -a, which is a is 7, so slope is -7 over -1. Two negatives make a positive, so the slope is going to be 7. Our y-intercept is going to be -3 over -1, which is 3. So we found our slope and we found our y-intercept of both equations. Now we must graph them. Okay. So for the first one, our y-intercept is -3. Our slope is +1, so up 1 and over 1. Then we're going to draw a line. This might take me a little bit just to get this lined up correctly. Okay. Now we're going to use our second equation. The y-intercept is 3. Our slope is 7, so we can't go up 7. So what we have to remember is when we have a slope of 7, that's 7 over 1, or -7 over -1, because two negatives make a positive. So we're going to go down 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then over 1. So we notice right away that this is a little off. Let me adjust it. There we go. And let's do our second point, which is right here. So we went down 7 and over 1. So let's draw a line to connect the two. You know, I'm trying to get it correct, but I can't be as accurate. So I just got to keep moving it so I get it right. About right there. So where's the intersection of both those lines? So we need the x and the y to find a solution to this quadratic equation. So our x is -1. Our y is -4. So our solution is -1, -4. Let's check our work. -1, -4 for number 3. There we go. -1, -4. Okay, that's how you solve